What's good, y'all? Understand this. I'm gonna tell y'all something that I just recently went through. Oh, look at my car. Ayo. So, recently, my life has been pretty chaotic, but I'm not letting it affect me or drag on me. I'm not letting it drag on me too much. So, recently, I would say friends, don't really got those. I got like a small amount of friends, for real. Enemies, I got those. You know, girls will be girls. People will be people. You gotta understand that. You gotta understand that people will be people. You know? Not everybody's gonna wake up on the right side of the bed, so you can't expect everybody to be happy. But what you're not gonna do is keep yourself around people that's not happy, or keep yourself around energy that's not 100, or that's not, you know, what your standards are. If you can come with good energy, neutral energy consistently, they should be able to as well. They should be able to match you. So, for example, my ex, for example, as y'all know, I be over her crib damn near every day, right? And pretty much she tried to gaslight me. And pretty much she just had an attitude because she didn't feel like going to work. I'm not gonna go into the whole detail, but it wasn't my fault. None of this shit was my fault. I had nothing to do with none of this shit. She tried to gaslight me about a situation that had happened because she had woke me up to move some food, and she thought I was going back to sleep, and I wasn't going back to sleep, and she kept saying yes I was. So I told her calm as shit, like, how are you gonna tell me what I was doing? And on top of that, that shit really doesn't even matter. So she had got mad because she kept trying to flip my words, and I was stopping her in her tracks and like stating facts. And I said, you're literally trying to gaslight me. We were out eating and she started crying. And I just sat there, finished my food, got up when we finished, and I left. I didn't leave her. I didn't get mad, I didn't storm out. Nope. So she had an attitude since last night, pretty much about nothing. And let me tell y'all what this is. It's because proximity is starting to overflow. She's starting to get comfortable. She's starting to get used to me being there. And in her head, everything's too perfect. So for me, when everything used to be too perfect, I would just try to start bullshit. Like, this was a year ago, because everything just seemed too good to be true. So I would try to start bullshit, little arguments, just to see how much I could drag, how much did she really care. Just immature as fuck. Just immature shit, you know. And that is what she is doing now. Now, she's doing the same. Catching an attitude for no reason and shit like that, because number one, proximity is getting too consistent, and number two, everything is too perfect. So what I have to do is I have to remove myself. So I'm gonna go home today again, and I'm not gonna tell her. I'm not gonna be like, oh, I'm going home because of you have an attitude and I don't really like your attitude, or yada yada. I'm not doing any of that shit, bruh. I'm going home. I'm going the fuck to sleep. I'm gonna wake up, get to work, keep doing what I'm doing, and then I'm gonna see her tomorrow. Because one day is enough time away from each other. You know what I'm saying? For her. for the dynamic that we have, one day is enough, or two max is enough separation for her to get her shit right and realize, damn, I wanted this nigga to be over here tonight, and now he went home without even telling me, or he didn't even tell me why, or I don't know why he don't want to be over here. But see, what's gonna happen is she's gonna know exactly why. She's gonna know exactly why, because she knows that she was being a fucking butthole this morning. She was being a fucking butthole, and she knows that she was being a butthole, and she knows that I don't tolerate that shit. And she didn't cross any boundaries this time, you know, so I can tell that she's getting better at that. She didn't cross any boundaries or overstep or, like, you know, call me on my name or yell or anything like that, because she know I don't tolerate that shit. I will put my shit on and go about my fucking day, and I will not talk to your ass for, like, until you apologize. Like, if you don't apologize, that shit done. I'm just not acknowledging your ass. It just is what it is. So she didn't do any of that, but I can tell that the tension is building up. And I can tell that since the tension is building up, she's going to try to find something, anything, to try to get under my skin so that she can get a rise out of me. Because I don't know why. I know why women do it, but I don't really feel like going too much into detail right now about it. But that's what the goal is going to be. So what I'm going to do is just remove yourself before that shit even happens. I'm going to remove myself, go home, work on me, do what I got to do, go to sleep, plan some shit out. And I'll catch her in another day or another 2 days, so that she can feel that shit. Like, damn, I shouldn't have did that because he's not over here. Obviously, because I was being a fucking asshole this morning. Y'all gotta start showing women with action instead of words. Actions speak louder than words. Like, seriously. Actions speak louder than words. And trust me, she will feel that shit. She will be like, oh shit, what the fuck? Like, damn, like, this nigga really, like, he really not fucking with it. You know, because what she thinks is, and this is what happens when you see a female too much, and this is what my client was going through too. When you let a female slide too much with certain shit, and you keep showing up and you keep showing her that you're going to be there, she's going to start losing respect for your ass, and she's going to keep losing respect for you. You know? She's going to keep losing respect. If she started doing small shit to piss me off, and she see that it pissed me off, but she didn't see it piss me off today, but I was kind of pissed off, you know. But I'm going to just remove myself before that shit even happens. So next time I go over there, it's straight good vibes. And if it's not, I'm turning the fuck around and I'm leaving. Because one time, the same shit happened. I came back. She tried to have an attitude when she opened the door, right? I already distanced myself. She had tried to have an attitude when she opened the door. Mind you, about no reason. I looked at her. I said, you got an attitude? I started backing up. Then she fixed her fucking shit real quick. Real fucking quick. Because I was going to call my ride and turn the fuck back around and go home. You know, you got to start showing these women with words, because you got to understand, yes, they actually do like you. Yes, they actually do like you. Yes, they actually do want to be around you. You got to understand this. Yes, they actually do like you. And yes, they actually want to be around you. You know, but they will get used to you being there. And they would think that you always have to be there. They would think that he's always going to be here. I can do whatever I want because he's always going to be here. No, like shit, you're not always going to be here. Fuck no. You remove yourself. You remove yourself. That's going to make her respect you. That's going to make her sit there and be like, damn, I shouldn't have did that. And she's going to be sitting there, especially if it's something that happened that actually happened, though. If it's just like, y'all was on good terms and you went home or whatever, or you distanced yourself from her, or you didn't, like, go see her, or you canceled or something, then she would just be like, okay, something just happened or whatever. But, no, not something just happened. She would think it's regular. But if something happened, though, and it's like you go over there all the time and you move yourself, that makes them sit with themselves. That makes them sit and realize, oh, shit, hold up. Damn, like, I fucked up. I need to get my shit together because, damn, he didn't come over. Like, he's actually not going to be here all the time. Like, what? He's not always gonna be here. He's actually gonna leave if I start being on my bullshit. If I start being on my crazy shit, or my annoying shit, or my needy shit. And I don't even care about the needy shit. I don't mind that. But if I start being on my gaslighting attitude shit, then he's gonna fucking leave. I need to stop doing that shit. They're gonna stop doing it, bro. I'm telling you. They're gonna stop. But you have to be a man and say, no, I'm not tolerating this shit. I don't care about no pussy. I don't care about any of that shit. I'm not fucking tolerating that shit. I'm not fucking going to be here. You know what I'm saying? That's what you guys start showing them. That you're not always going to be there. And you're not always going to, you know what I'm saying? That's what it got to be. You got to start showing them that you're not always going to be there. And shit not always going to be easy. You know what I'm saying? That's what you gotta show them. You know? That you're not always gonna be there, and shit is not always gonna be easy. I was looking at this car, that's why I kind of locked in. Because the fucking car just slowed down hella close to me. But don't get it fucked up. I got my shit on this boy. I'll blow a nigga shit back. But, yeah, so you gotta start showing them that. You know, and they're gonna respond to action because they don't like that. They don't like getting told no. They don't like not getting what they want. But they're gonna respect it though. But they're gonna respect it. They're going to respect it because they have no choice but to respect it. You know what I'm saying? They're going to respect it. My client situation. His girl loves seeing him. She loves gaslighting him and getting a reaction out of him. And his dumb ass keeps fucking letting her do it. He keeps falling for it. You know? He keep falling for it. Nigga funny as shit, though. That's my mans, but he keep falling for that shit, bruh. She'll play with him. She'll it's just a whole bunch of bullshit, but it's like instead of saying no, I can even give y'all an example because y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. When you're with a woman, bro, and she does some shit that she knows pisses you off, and you let her get under your skin, and then you stay, she disrespects you or plays with you, and you stay, she gonna do it again. She's gonna do it again. Like, for example, when I was in the restaurant, because she cried, me getting up and leaving would have been wild as shit. But I could have did that. Because I'm not going to sit at a restaurant with somebody that's, number one, going to refuse to talk to me, and number two, going to cry and try to make me look like the bad guy. If that bill was already paid for, I probably would have got up and fucking left, to be real with you. But it wasn't, though. You get me? That's what I'm saying. That's what I want y'all to understand, bro. I need y'all to understand that. You got to show them. My ex, for example. My ex always, one of my other exes, she always thinks that I'm going to be around. I'm always going to be around. I'm always going to be around. No. That was the last fucking time. I promise you that one. That was the last time because she is fucking childish. Not the one I was just talking about, a different one. She's fucking childish. And she doesn't understand that shit gets annoying over time. And niggas are going to start adapting and stop fucking with you. But if you wasn't interested in me, though, you wouldn't have fucking called me at 2 o'clock in the morning. You wouldn't have fucking reached out to me. You wouldn't have looked at the text that I sent after. And you wouldn't have called me. You wouldn't have looked at me. You wouldn't have reached out to the text after. You wouldn't have did none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? You would have been like, fuck it. But she wanted to see how much access and control she still had over me. That's what it was. She wanted to see how much access, how much control, and how much leverage she still has. Right? That's why she left my shit on red after she read it. If she didn't care, she wouldn't even have read it. It's been times where I didn't even care about shit. I just fucking swiped and kept going. You know what I'm saying? And she thinks She probably in her head thinks, oh yeah, he's gonna chase. He always does. He's gonna text me again, or he's gonna call. I give it about a week. After that week, she's gonna realize, wait, hold up. This nigga's not chasing me. I thought I just left his shit on red. He doesn't care. What? Wait, hold up. He doesn't give a fuck? What? Wait, who is he talking to that's better than me? Because when she called me, I already hung up on her in her face. I already hung up in her face when she called me. You know what I'm saying? I already hung up in her face. So that shit already showed her. That shit already cracked her ego and showed her, I'm not even tripping over you, shawty. I genuinely just wanted to talk to you because I was genuinely interested to seeing if you had changed or matured. But obviously you didn't, because you still doing this childish ass shit. She called me at 2 a.m., y'all. After I texted her 3 days ago, called her 3 days ago, she didn't answer. I mean, not 3 days ago, 3 days prior to the call. She called me at 2 a.m. She knows I'm a barber. She knows I don't fucking play around about my books and about my money. I stay consistent as hell. She knows this, right? So tell me why she calls me at 2. I hang up in her face. Not on no disrespectful shit. I just told her, like, yeah, just text me type shit. Because I'm not, like, about to, yeah. So after that, she texts me and says, hey, I hope you're doing good. If you can't talk tonight, then I don't want to talk at all because I'm living in the present. And if not, then we can meet again in another lifetime or another something like that. And everybody I told that story to, they was made the dumbest face, because I don't even think she understands how stupid that fucking shit sounded. How dumb that shit sounded. Because basically, your head, your fat ass head is so fucking inflated and your ego is so fucking boosted that you think that I'm about to sit up here and be pressed to be on the phone with you when I got to get up in 4 fucking hours, because I got to stand up for the next 12 hours and entertain 22 people and cut 22 fucking heads. But your conversation is more important than that. With me and you, somebody that I've already talked to, somebody that I've already deemed childish as fuck, your conversation is more important. That's why I blocked your ass the first fucking time in the first place. That's why I blocked your ass. And I unblocked to see if you probably fucking matured, but you didn't. So I'm not going to block you again, but I'm not going to even entertain you. And if I do get a chance to talk to you, if I feel like answering that phone call, which I probably won't, because I see how you're moving, because the only way that shit would show me that you actually improved is if you stood on your word after you said that shit and you never reached back out to me after. If you said what you said, if we can't talk tonight, then I don't want to talk to you in another lifetime, whatever, right? If you stood on that shit and never hit me up again, never reached out to me again, then I'll respect you. Then I'll be like, okay, she actually did mature and she grew because she actually stood on what she said. But you know why? That's not going to be the case. She's going to text me or call me in like 2 weeks or a week when she realizes I don't fucking chase, right? And that's going to be her going on her own word, because her ego is so fucking inflated. It's so fucking inflated that she thought that she was the most important thing in that moment, and she fucking was not. Fuck out of here, right? But she's going to double back on her word. I'm telling you, because I know this. She's going to double back on her word. And then, yeah. But I'm going to decide if I want to even answer the phone, because part of me is like, I don't even want to answer the phone to even give you that fucking satisfaction. Because when you call back, the power is automatically in my hands. All the leverage is on me. But honestly, she might not call back either unless it's a drunk ass night because of her ego. Because she realizes that if I call back, I lose the power. Because I told him, yeah, you do. Because I'm not fucking calling her back. But she'll call back because she realizes that this nigga's not fucking tripping over me. He does not care. You know what I'm saying? He's not tripping. He does not care at all. But the only reason that I would even entertain a conversation with her is to let her know that shit. Straight up. to let her know, yo, real talk. I'm not gonna lie. I thought that you was like mature, but you're actually childish as hell. And I don't even really fuck with that shit. Because you said that XYZ and then you still came back and called me. And then you left my shit on red. Not saying that you had to hit me back, but you left my shit on red just to turn back around and call me. You're childish as hell. And I'm not on no childish games. I'm not doing none of that shit no more. It's either you fuck with me and we can genuinely fuck with each other and act like adults. You know what I'm saying? And communicate, or get the fuck out of my life. Don't ever hit me up again. Because at this point, you're wasting my time. And I don't even play about that shit. And that's the only reason I would generally answer the phone, is to let her know that shit straight up. And however she moves after that is up to her. But one thing I will tell you guys is, if you put down ground rules like that, they will respect you way more. Because she's probably expecting me to answer and be like, oh yeah, you left me on red, like, oh dang, or oh, like, oh, you call me back, hey, oh, hey, what's up, hey, you call me back, hey. Fuck no. The only reason I would answer is to tell you what the fuck I'm on, like a grown-ass man. And if you're not on that shit, you can bounce. Don't ever hit me up again. If you're not on the same shit I'm on, don't ever reach out to me again. Don't even do that shit. I will leave you alone completely, permanently after this shit. Don't ever hit me up again. Literally. Because I'm not playing like that no more. That all them jokes and games is, nah, I'm not doing that. Because if let me tell y'all something. If y'all allow this shit to happen, bruh, this shit will be an ongoing cycle forever. Do you know me and her have been doing this shit for, let me count real quick. Me and her have been doing this shit for 8 years. It's been 8 fucking years of me and her doing this fucking cycle, bruh. That's why I'm telling y'all, I'm about to dead this shit. That's the only way that I will pick up. Is if in my head I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna pick up, because I'm gonna tell her about herself real quick. Because a part of me want to even just text her that, but I'm like, no, I'm not gonna text her that, because I don't even want her to think that I'm trying to chase to get a response. No, because if that's what she said, if what she said is true, and she don't ever hit me back up, cool. Now I respect that. You didn't waste my time. Cool, we both gonna move on. But if you break that cycle and you call me or hit me back up, I'm gonna tell you about yourself. Because now you're playing with my time and you're trying to repeat this cycle like some child, like a fucking kid. Playing cat and mouse. And we grown ass men out here, y'all. We not doing none of that shit. You lay out the rules. If she can't fuck with it, you tell her to move. You tell her to bounce. Because the difference between this ex and my other ex is, my other ex invested more than her. So she actually holds more value than her. That's the only reason why I'm even letting her still be around. You get what I'm saying? Y'all got to sit down with yourselves and really evaluate these people that y'all are interacting with. And y'all got to have some balls as a grown-ass man, too, to walk away from certain situations. To leave that shit alone. Be gone. That's it. You know, because like I said, I'm mentally mature now and I'm in a way better headspace. So I'm trying to have people in my life that I could be honest with and have clarity with, so that any direction that we move is clear, it's no fucking confusion. We grown. We don't got time for that fucking shit, bro. Dead ass. Because emotions and energy, that shit is not light. That's some shit that could fuck up your whole day. That's some shit that could fuck up your whole vibration. That's some shit that could fuck up your whole aura if you let that shit. So that's what I'm telling y'all. Evaluate who y'all got in y'all circle. And evaluate how much time that you spending. And understand when it's time to remove yourself from certain situations. Remove yourself. You know what I'm saying? Walk away. You gotta teach them. You gotta teach them, like, look, this shit not flying. I'm gone. I'm not fucking with that shit. I'll catch you another day. Gotta teach her ass. Oh, he's not gonna be around if I do that shit. So let me not do that dumbass shit. You know what I'm saying? And I promise you, probably next time, even like this time with the other one, she probably see when I don't chase, she probably see like, damn, he didn't chase. So that means that if I do this, that's not gonna work. So I gotta come at him with respect now. Get what I'm saying? But yeah, that's it though.